Well, folks, time was nigh. I'm going to start preparing this tank here. Yeah, these aren't actually little blemishes, they aren't dent marks, they're just actually bits of paint. But anyway, let's get this going. Well, man, I'm glad it's actually, the day's turned out nice and warm actually, so I've managed to be able to get this painting done. So what I've done is these are the plastic panels, and so I stripped them back, as you saw, right to sort of the base plastic. Decided I don't need to paint the I'll just leave the underside bit standard just so we know what it is. And so what I did is I put down plastic promoter adhesive, 3 coats of that lightly on it, wait till that dried, and then I put down 3 coats of primer, grey enamel primer, which is the colour we're going to use for. We used enamel because that was the colour that matched on the Enduro form that guy had used. And then after the final coat of that, once 30 minutes had passed, I then did wet and dry paper on it down to 400 and smoothed it up a little bit. And then at the moment that dried, I put de-waxer on it, cleaned that all off again, and then I just put on the first coat of final colour here. See and I do have some problems. I mean, it's no doubt about it. But you can see on here, it's like when I scorched it up, you know, I couldn't get the scuffing there completely off. I dug too deep for it. But you know, I'm not aiming for perfection here. I'm just aiming for something that looks reasonably okay. But the side panel started to come up okay on that one, and same with this one. This one's actually starting to come up okay too. So I don't think this plastic will paint. And then for some reason, just right at the very end there in the mudguard, I got some bubbling coming up here, or bubbles when I sprayed it for some reason. Anyway, again, this is just a mudguard, and that is the front. It's a bit of a pain. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have to sand that down later when it finishes. So I'm waiting 10 minutes for that to finish. Meanwhile, inside the garage, I had taken the tank. And this is after 3 coats of, well, a full can of the etch and primer. And I've sanded this down, wet and dried this down. You can see where the repair was on it. So I actually sanded it here because it wasn't too nice. It was a little bit mess, but it's now sort of smooth there. But as you can see, I've actually taken some of the paint off. So I need to go and get another can of this stuff, because this is going to be, I want this to look good. This is not a bump, but it's not hidden it. I mean, that's definitely not a dent. I don't feel a dent in there, but you can see there's a mark. But as I say, I'll go and put another couple of coats on here. No rush. And I just actually scuffed up the back of it and, you know, painted in there too. But it's amazing that wet and dry. It comes up and feels beautifully smooth. So that's where we are. And then oh yeah, what I was going to do was I was going to actually take this clutch cover. I haven't got around to doing that yet. I've drained the oil. I'm going to take the clutch cover off and then get rid of that, get the other gasket. That should be here any day now, hopefully tomorrow. And put it back together. Yeah, this thing was rubbish, so I just got a piece of styrofoam and got it, so I'll be able to tack that down. I'll just actually glue that down. I don't know if it will work or not, but notice it was on there. And when the other stuff comes, actually that pipe came up good, didn't it? I'll put the muffler stuff in there too. So yeah, we're getting towards the very end of this project. I mean, that's not too bad for like a few weeks work. And I'm going to have another bike in the stable. So yeah, so let me I'll put on another coat here and I'll show you when it's finished. Let me just finish with the tank coat. You can just slightly see there's a slight line there from where that filler is, but that's okay. And other than that, it's looking, just finished putting it on there. So the base coat looks good. That's just the etch and primer. So the paint's came a long way since the old days here. Well, I suppose all the prep takes a lot of work, but yeah, that's super smooth. Fully coated. Yep, happy with that. Happy. I just let that wait 30 minutes. So that's 30 minutes, it's going to be 6:45. And actually there's a good weather tomorrow. I'm not going to put on the paint, I've got the rest of the paint to put on tomorrow, so I'm going to put on the final colour coats on that tomorrow. But here's the blue. It actually came up pretty good, huh? As I said to you, there's some marks in here, like dent marks here. Doom. I could have filled them up. But I'm going to actually, when that's completely, it's a couple of hours. So tomorrow I'm going to take 600. Actually, probably more. Going to take 600 and 1,000 on that, and I call it good. And then put 600 on it, and then maybe refill it. So I had a little bit of a drip here, but I can get 600 on that. Anyway, if it doesn't flake, I'll be quite happy. Hell, a lot better than what it looked like. Okay. Okay. So while that paint in the tank is drying, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I just thought I'd actually get out the other crankcase seal, which I tried to start earlier and I get sidetracked. Anyway, basically disconnect the oil feed from the pump to the carburetor, disconnect the tachometer, and then we'll disconnect the screws around here. I'm supposed to actually take the brake lever off here too. I'm supposed to have to, I have to get this off too so I can get into the back to get the screws. And then I'll just tie that up to the frame, just so I don't stretch this cable anymore. Okay, so I now have the cover off. I'll just have to clean up the gasket. It's probably going to be easier when the actual clutch basket's off. I'm just putting all the separate stuff in here so I don't lose it. There's a little washer here, goes actually the other side of this. So it goes like that. Okay. Yeah, I can actually show you here now. If actually, see, I'm still using the clutch here. The plate's moving, but the plates aren't separating, so it's stuck. So I'll fix that. The other thing I need to do is to make sure that I broke off a Stanley knife, and I put a Stanley knife in there. I managed to get this half separated last night, but I broke the blade off, so it's actually fell down in here. So I have to make sure I recuperate that. These are bevel gears, which are extremely sharp, so you can't put a shop cloth over that. So what they recommend in the manual here to take off this nut is to jam a copper washer in between the bevel and the gear on the clutch housing as I take this off, and that should work. Oh, I just dropped it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So let me get this off. It's amazing how clean this clutch is actually, and gearbox after 42 years. It just shows you oil. Marvellous thing. I was trying to think of a way to stop these from turning, but so I need to stop this from turning so I can get this nut off. I've bent back the there's a locking tab there, but I was thinking I'd just be able to put a screwdriver not between the fingers but across here, but then I'm thinking that these will probably just snap. So they recommend using a grab it tool, and the grab it tool will actually fit in there, and then you can hold it. So I don't have one of them, so I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. And it's going to be an interesting task to figure out how the hell to get that off. I have to consult the old internet here, and thought that was almost off. And to see if there's a tip or a technique for getting it undone. I'm a bit confused. Okay, get that off next. And it's loose. To get it off, I forgot I actually had an impact drill, an electric impact drill. So instead of actually putting the blade between the fingers here, I just actually put the blade inside the hub and leaned it against the handle against the foot peg, and that was enough to get the space to get the nut on, and then just came off dead easy. Cool. So that's me got the oil seal out here too, and I could see it was actually it was a little bit torn in the inside. So yeah, this has been leaking. So But it's looking actually pretty. There's nothing bad in there at all. That's all actually really clean. I don't think this has ever been apart. So I'm going to actually take out the. I'm going to get these are all the pressure plates. So I'm going to get my measurement tool and measure these up and see if they're knackered. I think they're actually goosed, but it looks having look pretty thin. Anyway, that's the next job. Cool. So I just measured all the friction discs, and they're all 3mm. So these are actually brand new set. So they must have replaced the clutch, I guess, because that's exactly what they should be, diameter, sort of thickness when they're new. I also measured the springs, and they're absolutely bang on too. So yeah, I think this might have had an overhaul the last, certainly not by my son, but it's had an overhaul for sure. I can't see the ball for the end of the push rod, so I'm assuming it's actually still in there. I'm going to get my torch and have a quick look in there. But I'm just going to wait on the parts arriving. They should be here today. I can put that back together, and then I can just fill that back up with oil. So I should be able to get this thing up and running again today. With a little, well, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow when the because probably the UPS guy comes late tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all this stuff here as is for the moment, and I could actually get on to painting the tanks. This is a nice warm day here, and start getting the tank prepared. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so that's me actually finished with the clutch. I've actually cleaned all out the clutch casing areas. I've cleaned all the clutch plates itself, measured all the springs, and they're fine. And I went down and got hex bolts to actually replace around that. So my what do you call it? 2 seals should be here later this evening, so I'll put them back in tonight. Meanwhile, I have just scuffed up. I did a de-wax grease, the final scuff of the tank, and I'm going to actually now paint the tank. So I'm hoping that this is going to be okay. Weather's warm, 64 degrees, humidity is 45, so we're good to paint. Let's see how this works. Let's put on the last coat of gloss. Base coat. Just a little bit of a drip here. I think like a sheet sort of drip. But other than that, I'm absolutely super stoked how that's turned out. And first time painting a gas tank. And hopefully, but that's now got 5 enamel coats on it and 3 primer coats. So I've got the 2K clear coat coming. So before that arrives, I'll be able to, like tomorrow, I can start actually doing some. Well, actually, I'll have to read up to see whether I have to let this fully cure before I start sanding it. Might be a few days. Might be worthwhile just leaving it for a few days. Actually, I might just do that. I'll just leave it for a few days, and I'll get the bike parts all fixed up, and get that running. Yeah, and then yeah, oh, super stoked about that. Super stoked. Okay.